Hi everyone, and welcome to the first video series for the Opulent Lifestyle Collective. This video series is called the First Impression series, and the idea behind it is to create a really seamless guide for someone who, for example, is moving into a new career path, or they've just graduated uni and they're wanting to really make the best first impression that they certainly can when they are undertaking an interview or something that's quite monumental. So basically, this is to give you guidance and tips and tricks around what is the best thing to be actually applying. So a corporate wardrobe can certainly be a defining factor for yourself, and it can definitely create, the difference between, if you've got a particular job and there's a lot of applicants going for that particular position, you want something to set yourself apart. From my own personal experience, before I was a personal stylist, I've got over 10 years experience within the corporate realm, in the engineering industry specifically. So I understand what it takes, and especially being a female in that industry, it's really important to put your best foot forward, to be taken seriously, but also to be negotiating. This is your career and you're paving your way, towards your goals and your dreams as well. Now, I have actually referenced that there is actually a blog post that goes along with this particular video series as well, and you can check out on our Instagram page and Facebook page, the Opulent Lifestyle Collective, or just Opulent Lifestyle Collective on Instagram, and you will find all of those particular images for inspiration as well. But the first couple of trends that we were actually talking about is the monochrome or the monochromatic. So basically, for years, it's kind of like an unspoken rule that black and white has been something that's been associated with business and a corporate staple uniform. But almost think of it as yin and yang of fashion. More importantly, for business as well. Monochrome is it's something that's really staple and super timeless for you when we are talking about investing in your corporate wardrobe as well. And it's a perfect starting point, I believe, because they're items that we can simply, interchange as they are going through the years as well. And we can definitely upstyle those also. And then also, as we're moving into a modern era, what we see now with business, monochromatic, which is dressing in all one colour from top to toe, is definitely something that's coming through. And I think this is something that a lot of people have adopted also from runway, but they're bringing it through to, give themselves a little bit of a point of difference as well. Now, that being said, a pop of colour can be brought into your corporate wardrobe and through textures or different fabrics. And for the gentlemen out there, it's brilliant to bring in different colours and textures in your ties and pocket squares. And ladies, you can bring in a statement heel or a handbag as well, because colour has a really beautiful way of allowing you to have a bit of fun, but inject your personality into what is quite a sometimes strict corporate wardrobe, depending on your field of work, of course. Now, also for me, I know when I was going through my corporate personality in that respect, my bit of fun is statement earrings, as I've got these ones on today as well. They bring a little bit of personality, whereas I can still keep, my overall outfit very professional. But for me, I was able to, inject something a little bit different and have a little bit of fun with it as well. Now, suits are obviously a huge part of, a corporate wardrobe, especially for lawyers and budding professionals embarking on their journey and transitioning, from that uni student life into being taken seriously, which is super important because it is an exciting chapter of your life. But for, the purposes of what I'm talking about specifically today, we might adapt it a little bit more around the law field, because ultimately they are probably the top part of corporate wardrobe. Most lawyers are in suits every single day. So I'm just going to reinforce something, and as a personal stylist, I find this all the time with my clients, but also through personal experience, I found this. Fit and fabric will trump anything. You know, it doesn't matter about the price tag. It doesn't matter if your girlfriend has recommended this particular brand. It doesn't matter if this is, you know, the suit brand that your dad's been using for years. Fit and fabric will trump everything. So the reason is that we're all super individual, and also we need to be super conscious of the fact of where our demographic lies and where we live. You know, a lawyer in Melbourne has a completely different demographic and weather requirements than a lawyer who works in Brisbane as well. So I'm going to dive into, you know, getting into investment pieces and what you should be investing in when you are first starting out, obviously. Starting with men, you need a really well-fitting and suitable suit. So understanding that, you know, you could be on a student budget as you're coming through uni. And I'm not saying that it's imperative that you need to invest in a really brilliant tailored wool, obviously, because natural fibre suits are the best for breathability, and it doesn't matter if it's in a colder and a warmer climate, but it needs to be something that is definitely high on your priority list in the short future. You know, it's definitely worth the investment of a really brilliant suit, because it will take you through for years as well. So something to keep in mind, which is budget friendly though, is there's some really beautiful and affordable sets from Zara, YD, Roger David. Though remember, again, it's fit. It's all about the fit, because ultimately, you know, you don't want to be investing in any sort of clothing if it doesn't fit you properly. And ultimately, you want to be comfortable, not only in the interview that you're in, but if you're looking at building your corporate wardrobe, you're going to be wearing these items every single day. So it's really important. Now, a shop assistant may be able to guide you, obviously, with their product, because most shop assistants are really all over their product. But something that I suggest on a professional and a personal level, invest in a tailor or someone who's in men's suiting, or invest in a personal stylist like myself, because we have the knowledge of exactly fit, exactly what you need for fabric. But the other thing is that we can save you time and money, because we're already in the industry. This is what we do, and we can definitely surpass that knowledge onto you as well. So with that also, you know, something to keep in mind with any sort of suit, and this is a bit of a public service announcement, when either men or women suit, mainly men, there's a back split, or whether or not it's just one, or if it's two splits at the back or flaps, there will be usually an X-shaped stitch, and it's been hand sewn or it's quite lightly sewn to actually keep these flaps together or sew them together. Now, this is so it sits on the hanger properly, so it can transport better, but there's nothing worse than seeing a male in a brand new suit and it's actually still being sewn together. So as soon as you get that home, you need to definitely unpick it, or just quickly give it a quick snip and allow that flap to be open and free. So going over to the ladies, a two-piece again is your go-to, but you need to really decide if, you know, your pants, or basically you're a pant or a skirt type of girl, because this is going to depict what kind of suit you go for. Again, fit and fabric is imperative, not only for the longevity, but really, again, for comfort. And don't underestimate also, you know, a jacket or a really well-fitted blazer it is a key item in your wardrobe as well. You know, it can take you through from, you know, anywhere from the corporate wardrobe, but also, you know, on the weekends as well, if you are, you know, pairing it back with a pair of jeans, or whether or not, you know, you can throw that over the top of a really beautiful dress as well, just to give you that corporate feel. Again, investing once in services such as, you know, a stylist or a tailor to get that brilliant fit is definitely paramount. Now, both men and women, a white shirt, again, it's up to you where your price point sits for this. You can spend anywhere between $20 to $2,000 on a white shirt. It's what you particularly value, but again, fabric and fit trumps everything. Gentlemen, shoes, belt, pocket squares, and ties, all important, and they're an investment, because basically it's a universal item that you can rotate and you will have them as well. And ultimately, you know, shoes aren't something that you grow out of, and neither are, you know, pocket squares and ties as well. So something to definitely consider. Ladies, a really comfortable pair of heels in nude and or black is essential. If you're not a huge heel wearer, go for a lower heel, because it will still look professional, but it looks so much better than a pair of ballet flats at the end of the day. And then also something that is, you know, a really beautiful bag, something that's plain, but is quite corporate looking. You know, you don't want to be seeing any bedazzlement and, you know, any tassels and things like that. Definitely, if you like a color, you can definitely go for a statement, but definitely be mindful of what the fabrics are. Now, lastly is the power of accessories. Now, for an interview, that will change your life. That's how you need to approach this particular instance. You need to keep all your costume jewelry or statement earrings for your Saturday night out for an interview, okay? So you'll want to focus on the fact that, you know, you need to have something, or the interviewees actually be focusing on you, your credentials, and what you can bring to their particular company. You don't want them to be distracted by something, you know, tangling or blinging in the background as well. But also know that the best accessory is you. So you need to present yourself really well at an interview. So ladies, that may mean some makeup, a little bit of makeup. If you're not someone who likes to wear a lot of makeup, then even a little bit of mascara never goes astray. But if you're a lady who wants to really dominate and make a bold statement, a red lip is definitely always a go-to. Now also, gentlemen, make sure as well your hair is clean, you're well groomed, and you know your beards are shaven definitely. And overall, I think the night before, this is a huge tip that I can give you, to really ease yourself into an interview, because it is so important. Don't create more fluster for yourself. Have all of your items laid out, and by that time you should have tried everything on and everything fits and everything works. You cut the tags, make sure you've definitely cut the hand stitching on the split as well, but have everything laid out ready to go. So in the morning, you know, everything's laundered, everything's ironed, everything's pressed, and you just put it on and you can relax, knowing that you look good, and then you can focus on the interview or the big day ahead. And the same goes with the corporate wardrobe. I tell a lot of my clients, you know, definitely if it's something that you don't have a particular uniform, you're actually piecing together your own corporate wardrobe for the week. Plan your 5 days in advance just to make it easier for you. You know, on a Sunday night, have everything hanging as it needs to. You want to make it as easy as possible as well. So I hope you all enjoyed this mini series. I would definitely love to know your feedback. If you have any questions, you could either email myself at kerrie@theopulent-lifestyle-collective.com, or definitely reach out on either Facebook or Instagram. But if there's someone that you know out there that would definitely benefit from some of the tips and tricks that we had on this particular series today, definitely tag them and share that with them as well. So thanks again for watching, and I hope you all make your best first impression.